Hi, I'm Zoe Heathershaw. I'm just finishing the final editing on my new book. It's called A Woman Becoming Whole, A Spiritual Journey of Healing and Remembering Love. And here goes. It'll be released soon. I'm just finishing, like I said, the final editing. Whee! The introduction. There are moments in every woman's life when love breaks her open, when the ache becomes an invitation. This collection was born from that sacred unraveling, the quiet spaces where endings turn to beginnings, where pain becomes teacher, and the heart learns to remember its own divinity. This is not a story of loss, but of returning to the truth that has always lived within. May these words meet you where you are and remind you that healing is not a destination, it's a becoming. And chapter 1, the light that returned to her. Nicole's awakening. And if you remember from my first book, my middle name is Nicole, so I use that. There was a time when Nicole lived, half here, half gone, a shimmer of a soul inside a body that had learned to survive. Abandonment had carved her name into the silence of her chest. Men had touched her skin, but never her spirit. And somewhere between the breaking and the pretending, she forgot she was made of light. For years, she mistook love for rescue, pain for proof. She walked the earth carrying the weight of everyone else's sins, believing she was the reason they stayed, or the reason they left. But time, the quiet healer, has its own way of calling us home. One dawn, the sky spilled soft gold through the window, and something ancient stirred inside her, a remembering. She rose, barefoot and trembling, and whispered, "I am still here." The words fell like prayer beads between her fingers. Each breath became a baptism, each tear a release. She began to speak gently to the child still hiding in her bones, the one who had been told she was too much, too soft, too strange. She took that little girl's hand and said, "You are sacred, not broken." Nicole stopped asking for closure. She stopped needing witnesses. Instead, she began to walk with spirit, not the god of fear, but the quiet presence that hums beneath all living things. She found beauty in the ordinary, the curl of incense smoke, the hum of her own heart, the way her breath met the morning light. Some nights she wept for what was lost, but now she wept as a cleansing, not a collapse. Each tear watered her becoming. At 48, Nicole understood healing is not a return, it is a resurrection. And so she became the woman who blesses the air with her laughter, who walks in truth and tenderness, who knows that peace is not given, it is chosen, moment by moment. Her scars no longer shame her, they shimmer like constellations marking the path of her return. Nicole, the name now means light reborn through darkness. And when she looks in the mirror, she does not see what was taken. She sees what was never destroyed, her divinity, her essence, her eternal self finally home. I hope this, once again, these words, my story, my journey, like I've always said, I hope it just helps one person. I'm good with that, and one of the things about putting your story out there and putting your life out there, and it makes you vulnerable. It makes you understand that there's so much more to life than what was in the past. And healing is definitely a destination. Anyway, thank you for your time. Love to you all. Bye for now.